They hacen más duro.
Estão errados.
I can't even get them. They hacen más duro. No, Kamala, do not go to sleep. Use not my Joanna, wake up. See, let me get Oh, you just made a mistake. You better not tell her. What? Okay, good idea.
All right. So, asexual versus sexual.
That's why you miss. I just said.
All right, before we go through the asexual and sexual stuff, are there any questions here? Any answers you want to know?
Yeah. The back.
The second question.
The 2 N part.
The 2N right here?
Yeah.
All right, so you start with 2N, you end up with 2N.
So it's number
First
one.
Oh, they're
I
right.
got it wrong.
How about the last one? The last
I
one.
put star.
Yeah, what was it? Is it D?
Is it B?
It starts
Oh, I didn't do
with
this.
DNA replication,
Oh,
and then it goes to
A.
A,
And then
so it's C.
I got it right. And me too.
What?
Yeah.
What about number 2?
Number 2, false.
Oh, I got it right. No, yeah, I didn't get it right. But I started. So I guess what's that number?
Hold on, she's asking a question. Do it. Left bottom, here, all right, down here.
That's mitosis of a body cell.
Body cells mitosis.
I need an explanation.
The chromatin A.
How many points are there?
No, I'm talking about number 4. Hopefully I get number 4.
All right, so here we go. Sexual versus asexual. Find the sheet, and then we're going to go down and draw some pictures, and you'll use this for your gallery wall. All right, so asexual versus sexual. All right, asexual, one parent, right?
Yeah.
If y'all put 1, you're right.
Is that in our pack?
I put
Yes.
2.
All right, sexual, 2. All right, asexual, the type of cell division involved, mitosis. Okay, so we said that's how you make clone organisms because it comes from your own body cells. They're getting an exact copy of your DNA. All right, offspring produced then would be identical clones. Okay, 2 parent. And you only have 1 parent, so you're a clone to them. And then who does this?
One parent.
Well, what type of organisms are we talking about? So
Animal.
we can't, but we can't, some animals. Okay. Plants, bacteria,
Fungi.
protists, and fungus.
Oh, I got it right.
So everybody, pretty much, except mammals, birds, reptiles, fish. Yeah, I'll slide it back. All those can't do it. So most of the ones that reproduce asexually, if they're an animal, are invertebrates. Okay, so if you cut off your arm won't grow back. But some, like a lizard, some of them can drop their tail as a defense mechanism, then they will regenerate or grow it back. But that tail won't form into a new lizard.
Isn't a starfish growing on that?
Yeah, and it's invertebrate. And it will, if you split it down the middle, each side will regenerate to a new starfish. So it is. All right, so let's go to the sexual part. All right, what type of cell division?
Meiosis.
You can say meiosis or meiosis. Either one is correct. All right. No, I think I grew up saying meiosis because meiosis and mitosis sound so much alike.
Yeah.
So it was easier for me to picture that. But Meiosis, so this makes sex cells.
So would they be identical?
Okay, so are the offspring identical that you make sexually?
No.
No. So they're genetically different, and that means variation. So if we say if there's genetically different, it's genetically varied. They may not put the word different, but they'll put variation in there. Okay, so who does this sexually?
Humans. And humans.
All right, all animals, yeah, including humans.
Mammals.
Yep. All plants, most fungus, and to be technical, there's some protists, and we usually don't say bacteria do because they don't have any gametes, but some protists do because these are the ones you would have to know. Josh, get in your space. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Okay. All right. So that's as far as the difference. Now tomorrow's more of a sexual kind of day, but we're going to look at it is.
Why did you say it like that?
It just is. But today is an asexual kind of day. All right. Are we good so far?
The way she said.
All right. So let's go down here and look at what these are. All right. So binary fission.
I learned it in applied biology. This is what I struggle with. Oh, they young one.
Got it. All right. Binary fission. What does bi mean?
Two.
Two. All right. So binary fission is when one bacterium or protist splits in two, like mitosis. Carla, you with me?
Yeah, Carla.
All right, so you got one and you split into two. So we're going to draw that. Here's your diagram. And then we'll write a definition. So if this is a bacterium, okay, so they should look alike. They should be a clone of the original. So that's how the bacteria reproduce in your mouth, on your skin. This is how they reproduce about every 20 minutes. Okay? Who does this? Bacteria, protists. Okay? Those are the major ones. And then the description is that a unicellular or a multicellular organism? Right, just one cell. So that's what we're going to put when a unicellular organism splits in two. Okay?
When a unicellular.
Yep, unicellular organism splits
in.
And that's asexual. Why?
Because it's only involving one parent.
Yeah, one parent right there. That's what you're going to do when you walk around and look at these. You're going to say, well, if that's only one parent, then it's automatically going to be asexual. If it looks like they split into two identical ones, like that, like mitosis kind of, then it's binary fission. All right, here's regeneration. And Dorinda asked about a starfish. So we're going to draw a starfish as one picture.
I can't even draw a star.
Okay, so draw you a little starfish like that. Looks like a little patch.
Like gingerbread man.
Yeah. So here's the deal with regeneration.
Oh my God.
If, let's say, a sea otter grabs a starfish and chomps off one of his arms, but it wiggles out of its hands and it falls to the ocean bottom, what's going to happen to that little nub it has? It grows back. It regenerates. That's all your body cells kind of healing and returning it. But if kind of, but they don't have blood. So this is what we do though. If you cut it right through the middle, each side develops into a new starfish. And there's not any blood.
Please stop, Carla.
Now, sometimes people look at this and they'll say, wait a second, why is that not binary fission? Is this starfish unicellular?
No.
No, that's why. It's multicellular. So regeneration is only for multicellular organisms.
Doesn't it come out with two?
It'll come out with two. If you cut it another way, it'll actually make more than that. So here's another one. These little planarian worms, I think we drew one of these at the beginning of the year. They're like the length of your pinky fingernail if it's short.
I see one of those ones.
Okay. They're real skinny. They're in any pond in Davidson County. So if you split it like that, each side forms into a new one. If you cut its head off, one, and the rest of its body forms into one. If you cut it into 3 pieces, there's 3 of them. If you cut it down the middle, each side will form into one. But if you stop and let's say you cut it and you're like, oh, well, let's just stop. It's going to grow 2 heads. Yeah.
So would that be asexual?
Well, because it starts as one and it's cloning itself.
So yeah.
So these are sexual too. But if they can't find a mate, they hold on to something in a pond and they pull themselves apart, and then both of them will form into a clone of themselves. Yes. So this one, we're gonna put starfish,
We're on to
sponges, like real sponges. I have a real sponge in there. Worms.
oh crap.
All right, and that's that. Okay. Uh-huh.
Do they ever die?
They do die because if their tissue starts to die and they can't grow it back,
Is that sponges?
or a lot of them are going to be eaten, or if they don't eat enough food. Starfish are predators.
So those clones, could they ever like get another 2 clones? Like, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah, they keep it going. And the thing is with Patrick, his face was on the front. Technically, Patrick's mouth is on like right here in the middle, because it only has its anus is on top.
And it's have a nose.
So when you pick up a starfish and you hold it like this, the mouth is in the middle and the anus is on top.
Like a stingray.
Stingray, mouth's on the bottom and the cloaca is on the bottom. But this one is right on top like that. Your Nelly, shh. All right, so over here, let's say multicellular animal. So it has to be an animal. Produces offspring from splitting.
It turned off.
Okay.
Turn that back on.
Hey, okay.
Dark like my soul.
Okay. So it can't be binary fission because they're not unicellular, they're multicellular. All right. Budding is a funny one. Budding's the one I keep talking about. If you could grow a baby off your side.
Yeah.
So let's draw the picture. Here is it's related to a sea anemone. This is a hydra. Those are its little tentacles that surround the mouth. Okay. And it buds a baby. Looks kind of like a little hand coming out. But that would be its baby.
Like the one in Alice. Is that sea anemone?
Hydra, sea anemone. And we're going to put yeast. So the yeast in your crotch, this would be yeast that we use to make alcohol with, the alcoholic fermentation. Any kind of yeast, they reproduce fast, and they look like this. So a yeast is unicellular, and it makes this little baby like that. So you see how this looks different from this?
Yes.
So if the baby comes off and it's smaller, it's a bud. Okay. Some plants actually do that too. Like,
Together, but it can.
yeah, so it would be like you just growing a little mini me coming off the side. So this is like a mini me.
I can't see that.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a yeast right there.
Is that hydra? So would it be
Yeah.
asexual or
How many parents do you start off with?
one?
One.
So all of them are asexual?
All these are asexual. All right, so let's just put I guess for our description, let's put, no, it's not. We've got baby grows off the side of parent. So baby yeast or baby hydra grows off the side
Can you move it?
Side of what?
So it just grows off the side of the parent. Now, all these offspring, how do they compare to their parents' DNA? Since they're all products of asexual.
They're all identical.
All identical, exactly. So it would be, I don't care if somebody was making up some kind of story and said, well, you know, what about this two? These are two things. Do they combine together? No. It only started with one, and that means it has to be asexual. Right, so it's clone. All right, next one. Vegetative propagation. What does that word look like? This is only for plants. So we're going to put plants make clone from bulbs. Are y'all all have eaten or you've seen from bulbs? So that's like bulbs that you plant for flowers or garlic or onions. Have you ever seen, like, if you pull them up and then there's like all these little babies kind of around them?
Oh, yeah.
Those are all asexual babies. This is also from rooting a plant. How many of you have know somebody that's taken a cutting of a plant, they put it in water and it starts making
My mom
roots?
is, oh my God. She knows
That's
everything.
this.
That's my mom. She has a whole freaking garden full of flowers and plants. I'll be like, God dang.
That is vegetative propagation. Yeah. And runners. The chiles.
Right.
Okay. All right. So here's your diagrams.
Wrong one.
Oh yeah. Thank you. All right. On the football field, if y'all go out to the football field and you pull up a piece of that grass.
Wait, I have a question.
All right. Hold on to that. When you pull up Darlene, shush. When you pull up a piece of grass, have you ever noticed, or if you walk
It's like
on it,
real.
it's like you pull it up and it just like keeps going. It's real. It's Bermuda. But what's interesting is every little part of it is a baby off the original. So this is a runner. Runners look like this. So here's the baby, and they're all connected like that. Strawberry plants grow the same way.
I know.
Ivy, do y'all know what ivy is?
Yeah.
Ivy is one of those plants that grow up, poison ivy. Any of those that climb, they all have these little runners like that. And then here's a little bulb. So this is onion or garlic. The little baby comes off the side like that. So there's the little clone baby. And that's smart, because you can separate all these bulbs. Tulips, daffodils, a lot of the Easter lilies that are coming up, all those grow from bulbs. If you dig them up in the fall, you can see that they've made all these babies, and you can actually separate them and plant them, and then that way you'll have even more flowers. So I'll just put garlic, onion, and this is strawberry and Bermuda grass. That's usually the type of grass you see on a golf course. Right now it's still looking a little like it's dead, but as soon as it gets a little hotter, it'll start greening up. But it goes dormant. It's like it goes into hibernation mode.
What does that say near the garlic?
Right here, our garlic, onion.
Did no, on the other side.
Right here,
Yeah.
clone baby.
Yeah, it's a girl.
It's a girl.
All right. Last one, real quick. Sporulation is fungus.
Oh, we didn't even do the gallery walk. You see, Mr. O'Hare, you putting us behind.
Girl.
Girl.
All right, so fungus.
Yeah.
All right, when y'all look at bread mold, what color is it? Okay, yeah, but at first, how do you know mold's growing? What color is it first?
Brown.
No, before that.
It's like greenish.
Whoever said white? Right.
Oh, it's white.
Now, if it's growing on oranges, it might start off kind of bluish, but if it turns dark, those are the spores. So this is, I'm going to draw a bread mold. Here's a piece of bread. And here's the white fuzz.
Why does this give me?
But y'all, this is the white mold,
Oh, I hate seeing mold on bread.
but those are the spores.
What do you mean?
When you see the little dark dots
Yeah, like,
inside of each one of those dots, of spores. So they,
So just spreads on around.
yeah, and they're asexual clones, and they act like a seed. So when they spray out, as one spore is one baby.
So even if you take it off, it's still gonna grow?
Yep. Well, the spores are microscopic. So at least, I mean, well, pretty much they're microscopic. So if you see one piece of bread in the bag and it has mold on it, but nothing else does, you can chuck that one. But most likely the spores are already in the bag.
so it's like around
So, but you can still eat it. It's not going to hurt you, but they're probably it's going to speed up the molding process.
So what if you eat the mold, like you don't see it and you eat it? Is it bad? No?
So I'm just going to put asexual spores. So extra credit.
Oh my god.
Extra credit. There's two things that y'all can bring in. You can bring in mold or bring in bulbs. Okay? Bulbs, yep. You can go outside and pull up some, or you can bring some in.
I'm a mold.
Bread. We can bring mold bread.
Wait.